Jewish people, from the very beginning, have been always very active in that. Today we call it dialogue because it's a new language of 20th century. We can just call it like meeting among different religious people, meeting, or we can call it also conversation, whatsoever we can just. And why I'm just telling you, because Jewish people since 70 AD, and this is second destruction of their temple in Jerusalem by Roman Empire, they have been living in diaspora situation. So everywhere around the world is minority. Between 70 and 1948, the foundation of Israel. So the first time in the history, again, after 2,000 years, Jewish people started living in a way that they can also feel themselves a majority in a country. Since they have been always still they are as a religious minority, they are kind of so much, engaged in conversation with other religions, but especially in the 20th century after the Shoah, even though that was very tragic for them, they also try to find a way to dialogue. But let me explain. In my experience, in my observation, I'm very fortunate to know and be in dialogue with the oldest Jewish community in Europe, the Roman community. It started 2,200 years ago. Before Christians came here, Jewish people came here. Still they are here. They have a neighborhood, some neighborhoods here in Rome. But let me explain. It's a sociological requirement for us, also for interfaith studies. We should actually avoid all the time the generalizations. If I say Jewish people, you open the box, so many differences. You can find the differences between Ashkenazi, the Northern European, and the Sepharad, Jewish people, meaning that Sepharad, Southern European, and Northern African, and they have different approaches with their language, Yiddish or Ladino, or in every different nation, in every different nation state, they had a different experience. If they are in minority within a Muslim society, in a Christian society, so on and so forth. There's a Jewish people who are totally secularized, or for their religious perspectives. They're Orthodox, ultra-Orthodox, conservatives, progressive, reform. So for every community, I can just tell you different stories about that. But make it very short. My experience, because I work with Jewish people for different occasions, I'm part of the Religions for Peace Italy, so in the board of governors at the national level, I work closely with Jewish people, Jewish friends, and they are coming from different backgrounds, as I mentioned to you. They are very open to interfaith dialogue. They would like even not only for interfaith dialogue. For instance, I'm just telling a case, very interesting case. There is a huge problem about Muslim communities in Western China, Uyghur Muslims. And in the interfaith engagement, Jewish people have been always the first ones to defend the rights of the Muslim communities persecuted in China. I find it very courageous because, there are so many countries, even Muslim countries, who cannot pronounce anything about that because they have so many economic engagements with China. They totally avoid talking about this problem. But in my experience here, the Jewish organizations have been not only engaged with interfaith dialogue, but also for this interfaith advocacy, defending the rights of a different religious minority elsewhere. In this case, because, at the international level, since there is a problem, a huge problem in the Middle East between Israel and Palestine, most of the time, Muslims and Jewish people could not find very easy to engage interfaith dialogue. I can understand that. It's a very valid and understandable point of view, but we should really understand that Jews and Muslims have been living everywhere else